And students at Crenshaw High School honored the memories of Martin Luther King and Trayvon Martin today. The tributes were part of a garden beautification ceremony to celebrate the 50th anniversary of King's "I Have a Dream" speech. KCAL9's Joy Benedict reports now from Crenshaw High.
We are!
It may not be Washington in the height of the civil rights movement, but the steps taken by students at Crenshaw High today make it clear that these young people still have a dream.
I have a dream to make every world a better place.
To still have freedom and not to there to be no more racism.
One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.
It has been 50 years since Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. made his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, a speech where he called for an end to racism. Despite the time that's passed, students here say racism is still an issue.
It's not as bad as 50 years ago as Martin Luther King happened, but it's still bad.
Crenshaw High School held its own march today, educating this social media generation about their First Amendment rights and how to protest peacefully.
The key is making them focus on the legitimate way to express their views, to make sure that their views are heard and it's not distorted by illegal activity.
Council member Bernard Parks used the destruction after the George Zimmerman verdict as an example. And today, students dedicated a memorial garden in honor of Trayvon Martin, a young man whose death put civil rights issues in the news and on the minds of these students.
Because it could have happened to one of us.
Our kids are profiled on a daily basis, coming to school and going home. So racism is not dead.
A sad reality for many of these teens, who today honor not only a civil rights leader of the past, but the face of racial issues today. And they promise to be leaders of tomorrow, so they can see the dream of equality one day become fulfilled. And educators here say it was important to include Trayvon Martin in the history lesson about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the civil rights movement, because for many students, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was someone they read about in history books. But Trayvon Martin is someone that students hear about today, and they say that is important to keep the movement moving forward. In Crenshaw, Joy Benedict, KCAL9 News.